My name is Jaakko Kaski and I'm explaining some instructions for returning exercises for physics. So I will put the video link into this page and you will get the material in the course. First of all, you are working in groups and in one group there are 3 students, only if the division is not uh, possible. So there might be in the class, for example, 1 or 2 groups where are only 2 students, but mainly in each group there are 3 students. And when you make the uh, solutions for the exercises, I recommend you to do the measurements and calculations on your own, but then you have to compare with each other in the group and you have to talk about the solutions and what is the meaning of the results which you get, and then you have to choose what is the best solution, and you will put your names into the file and you return it only once. So you choose the person who will return the solution, and all solutions will be put in one Excel file. So in the first return date there is only one sheet in use. For example, here I have here in the top of the page uh, last name one, first name one, and so on. So in each sheet you have to put all the names of the group students, and if you make graphs, and mainly you have to make graphs, I will show you. Control Shift arrow down chooses all the columns which you started to choose from the top of the columns. For example, here I'm doing it again. I will choose the first numbers. Control Shift arrow down chooses all, so that is quick. Uh, then you insert scatter type figure, and there you have to put the comments. For example, here we have distance as function of time. Then I'm adding the axis titles. X-axis is time in seconds and the y-axis is distance in meters. If you forget to give the information in the figure, you won't get all the points from the exercise which you otherwise get. If you then make exercise 2, for example, here I have a similar looking case, uh, which is one student's solution, for example. So it is possible to copy this page. I'm choosing from the uh, top left cell from the corner of the page. I'm choosing all and Control C copies. Then I go to that file which includes all the solutions. I'm taking C2 and Control V puts the solutions here. Note that if you have references here, they will follow in the calculations into this page. But if we take now that um, figure which was in the original file, it is referring to the original page. So actually you should take the data and somehow, if you find better solution how to take that figure into this sheet, uh, I know only this method where you change, where you actually you have to make it again. So that is referring to the original file, and that is not available for me if you return only this file as I require you to do. So you have to make the figure again. So I'm choosing here the values which must be put into the file. Then I'm doing the figure again. And I'm not adding the documents because it takes time. But if you check, the equation that is drawing the figure. If I choose from the equation line here above the sheet, then you can see where it is referring. If I'm choosing that original figure, it is not referring to this page, so I have to do it again here. So maybe you first put the data into this file and then you make the figures. Okay, the idea is that the first sheet is for exercise number 1. If you like, you can name it again with double click to sheet name. You put there exercise 1, then you change the name of the second one. Then you have to copy the names to each sheet, so I don't have to um, find the sheets when I'm checking the files. That is important for me. It might sound not so necessary for you, but it helps me a lot. It saves my time when I'm checking the files. So that is the reason why I'm giving these quite accurate instructions for making the file for the returns. So it helps me so much that you have to really follow the instructions, and you will lose points if you don't make it as required. Remember that also the name of the file must be accurate. Exercise 1 tells me that there is only one return. If the name is exercise 3, then I know that there is only 1 and 2, but also exercise number 3 is included, and then I can check maybe all these. If I didn't have time before to check number 1 and 2, if I'm opening it from exercise number 3, then I can check all at the same time, 1, 2, and 3. And your names must be included into file name, last name, first name. For example, here are some teachers. Ala Lukas is last name, Pekka is first name, then second last name is my name, Kaski, Jaakko. Jaakko is the first name, and Posio Kaija. And uh, the file type is XLSX because that is the newest version of Excel file. And this will be returned in the Moodle, or if we change the tool, then I will just change the instructions where you return it. But the instructions must be followed very accurately.